Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol BYND. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, if you're new to charts and not sure what I mean by 30-minute, I do offer a quick explanation video at that link, so just go there and I'll explain in detail. Unless you live under a rock or something like that, I'm assuming that you've heard of BYND. It was definitely one of the more talked about stocks several weeks ago. Things have kind of faded a little bit in terms of the headlines and the press, and the stock has followed suit. It's been drifting downwards lower and lower, and today was no exception, but it is starting to form here from a technical perspective, an interesting pattern that I want to get mapped out here, and we'll see if it plays out or if this pattern is just totally violated going forward, and I'll explain what I mean by that. But let's just first get out the first part of the pattern here, which is the lower trend line here, and then the next part, which is that level right there. And this is what I would call a falling wedge pattern, which sounds like a bearish pattern, but actually, this would be considered a bullish pattern, whereas the rising wedge would be considered the bearish pattern. But in this situation, we have a falling wedge, and don't get me wrong, I should note, and I really wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because a bullish chart pattern forms does not mean that for sure bullish price action is to follow. Now, is it shocking when that sort of thing happens? No, but it's not guaranteed to happen. So I'm just saying that as of right now, it's at least logical. It's at least a rational thought to have, to think that, there may be some sort of bounce that's getting kind of ready to take place here because of the pattern that has, taken, shape. Now, earlier I mentioned just totally kind of violating and destroying the pattern. And the quickest way to do that is if the price just kind of goes sideways a little bit on Thursday and then just, drops down and crashes through that lower portion of the trend line. If the price violates that trend line to the downside, especially if it's on a higher volume type break, then yeah, at that point in time, this falling wedge pattern is no longer in play. But as of right now, it is in play. So keep an eye on that lower trend line, because from a support side of things, that's going to be the area that keeps this pattern in play. Now, in the event, like I said, the price goes sideways and then starts to work its way back upwards, the key breakout point is going to be the resistance portion of the trend line, which is this top part up here. Hard to assign a numerical value to it, given that this trend line is, has a downward slope to it. But right now, give or take, right around $100 would be what I'd kind of keep an eye on for a potential break to the upside. If the price can get the breakout, or in technical jargon, the technical breakout, the next key level of resistance you'd want to turn your attention to is that purple line there, which is the 50-period moving average, currently valued at 106.86 though. But, in summary, in a nutshell, if you bump into somebody on the street and you want to sound smart, just to tell them, hey, BYND, the 30-minute pattern, is a falling wedge, and they will be very impressed. So keep an eye on this keep an eye on the pattern here going forward. I know I'll be keeping an eye on it going forward, and let's see if we can get some sort of bounce and then a breakout or not. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.